But hey, look, welcome back to another segment, another episode of Mic Check. Look, we got the laid back, cool Doc in the building. We got my man who the wild card. We got Josh in the building. We got my brother from another. We got Zach in the building as well. And then you got DB, of course. But look, this is gonna be a barbershop talk, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic over as always to the loyal one. And Doc B, you can go ahead and take it over, brother.
Let's go ahead and tap in, boys. Real fun one today, man. This gonna dive in to a lot of like our childhood and everything else. You know,
let's get it.
Good spot too in the barbershop. So we're gonna have this barbershop talk. This segment is called Barbershop Lies We Believe: The Myths and the Truth. All right, and so let's start by the first question here, fellas. Why do we think the barbershop became a place for unofficial life advice? We know the barbershop is definitely that. So why do we think that it became that space for that? And then some examples here is probably like dating, you know, to discipline, especially to like manhood. And so why do we think it became that essentially?
The barber's role in a man's life growing up, man, is pivotal. I feel like growing up, you know, my dad was one to get our haircuts every week, man. And in the barbershop, you learn how to become a man. Like, you know, the different conversations, whether it's about sports, whether it's about women, whether it's about life, being a provider, you know, like the barbershop was the place to learn all of that stuff. You know, I used to go to a barbershop in Goldsboro by the name of Christ Made a Way on Elm Street, off of Elm Street in Goldsboro. Man, I used to get dropped off at the barbershop and stay there all day long.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, all day long. You know, and now looking at it now, you know, they used to have a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 3. They had all that stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to go there just to hang out because I used to meet my friends at the barbershop. We'll stay there all day. Now, in hindsight, you know, now that I'm older, you know, what I realize is my mom or my dad will drop me off, or sometimes my dad will be there too. But you know, they'll drop me off, and my barber he'll put like 5 guys in front of me. He ended up playing the game. He ain't even worried about it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even worried about it. He just want to be here. You know what I'm saying? But man, the barbershop growing up, man, was amazing, man. You got the old guys in there playing pool in the back. You know. Yeah. Everybody just learning, and you know that's what everybody talks. And barbershop, man, the barbershop was amazing, man.
Yeah.
God, yeah. Hey, I feel like that was the place where you probably first learned loyalty, bro. Oh man, unofficial loyalty, bro. If your barber can go grab something to eat for an hour and a half, you probably still sitting in that chair with the apron on,
with the tissue on your
neck tight as hell. Yeah,
can't breathe.
Yeah, and you still look loyalty. And even then, if your barber late for coming in, all the other barbers may already be there, but you still waiting for your barber. So I feel like unofficially, in a sense, bro, like that joint definitely unofficially taught us loyalty.
It taught you loyalty at an early age.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you go cheat on your barber, he gonna know.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And especially if you're in the same shop, if he ain't there, he gonna tell you who cut your hair.
Exactly. Yeah, like who cut you, bro? It seems like that.
Boy, you went to Leon.
Yeah, right.
Leon
and they always
you up.
Don't nobody want to go to the man that's in there at the end that he always sitting in the chair. Ain't nobody sitting in this chair. He like, come on, I got
everybody need help. Nah, we good.
Anybody needs some service.
Got that smock down. Boy.
Anybody needs some service. But, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But he got 12. Yeah, but I'm gonna be 13.
I'm
gonna be 13.
I'm good.
Yep.
The Cedric, the entertainer dude. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Now, I think it definitely, to like plus 1,000 of what y'all saying, man. I think it definitely was that. And I think it also just kind of like provided that outlet for a lot of men too. Like we were talking about in our other episodes, man, of just trying to like figure out like what that platform is that where you can just unpack or unwind or whatever the case may be. Like the barbershop was it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you were able to go in there and really be around a group of men. Sometimes you have a couple of women in there that come by, whatever, get their stuff shaped up, they out the way. But when you really sit there for the amount of time that we used to sit there, Josh said, like, bro, nowadays it's different. Like if you walk in and you be like, yo, I got 6 in front of you, be like, all right, I'm gonna try to holler at you with a different. Yeah, I'm about to go to somebody else. I got the alternative barber now. See, you want alternatives back then. Now you gotta have too. Back then, like when we talking about it was like a sense of if we were going to the barbershop, I knew we was gonna be there all day long. Like, and during that time, you were able to see different things and hang around a group of guys, but or at least learn from them, from the old heads, to where it's just like, damn, like, this is what I got to look forward to a certain extent. Like, I see exactly what they're talking about, and you know, you were able to just kind of like be in an environment, man, of like guys that you know, like you essentially look up to, or at least, you know, wanted to learn from, in a sense. And so, yeah, man, it definitely was that for us. And as far as it being unofficial, but now I think it's reached to a different point to where it's like, it isn't really any loyalty. It isn't really any like sense of like conversation. Everybody just trying to do their thing.
Yeah.
And go home, you know, and it's just not the same.
For me, like back in the old days, I was one victim to sitting in there for hours and hours. Shout out to Booksy, Booksky. Booksy is the new little barbershop app.
He's still cutting?
Here.
Oh, I thought it was a dude. I already say.
Nah, for sure, man. My barber's still on this. Shout out to him.
Word.
But the barbershop became a safe space because I feel like it's one of the few places where a group of people can consistently gather, right, with the common goal of walking out of there looking better than they came in, right?
Yeah.
So for sure, the haircut is like the obvious. It's an upgrade, you know what I'm saying? But that's surface level. So I feel like the conversations that all of y'all tapped on is what a lot of us yearned for throughout those 2 weeks or a week, whatever we went back to. So that's where the real work happened at. I mean, and I know for me, just out of my experience, the shop became a space where I unpacked, as Doc hit on, or unwind rather. And with that, it came both solicited and unsolicited advice.
Absolutely.
Right? So depending on who you're around, right, it can feel like group therapy, right? I've learned a lot by just sitting in a chair, dude, and like listening to open dialogue from two barbers open.
Yeah.
And just I'm learning, getting free game, free gems with no pressure. I don't even gotta speak, but it's plenty to absorb, bro. So like for me, like that barbershop has always been like my safe haven, where it's like, I think Derek tapped on this in episode 1, man. Like, you might think you going through something, bro, until you hear about a buddy who caught his wife 7 times. You know what I mean? Or his cousin did this to him. Or you might think your bill is behind, but it's a place where people just open up so much, and you can go in and just absorb it all, man. And you can get the negative from it or the positive from it.
Yeah,
for sure. You got to be able to differentiate the two, for sure. Yeah,
times have changed, man. In the mid '90s, late '90s, early 2000s, man, we ain't had no product. We ain't had no base game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was straight
no enhancement.
Nah,
straight
ain't
season.
no enhancement. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Straight
low.
season. Close
You
cut.
said you wanted a number 7.
Yeah. They got the little pictures on the wall.
The pictures, I already said, bro, when they had them 36 pictures.
Let me get that number 8, man.
Yeah, but look, every time I used to pick a number off the wall, they gave me the same cut every time.
Yeah,
like, bro,
man.
you ain't even give
Like,
me the number 8.
I can't do that. I had to look zigzag. I looked because people was getting the Nike checks in their head. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, the
Right.
parts and all that,
Crosses and
bro.
stuff. Man, nah, they ain't doing that no more,
Give me
man.
the same.
Nah, that's because DB pops of my dudes, man, just kind of whispered over like, nah, he ain't getting that. Get that 7, get that 3.
Go ahead, cut that thing down with that one guard for me.
I see you in 2 weeks.
That even cut was the cheapest one.
That
Even Steven.
And that's crazy, man. And I know y'all prices is different, man. For my regular haircut, it's $25. For an edge up, it's like
65.
$15. Yeah, I know.
See, now because they incorporating a lot of different things that where you don't even ask for, bro. It's just like you just trying stuff at this point, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I don't want the massage, bro. I'm good.
Hey, but it's crazy because they doing everything a la carte now. I mean, you getting the haircut. All right, so they hit you with the lineup today.
Towel.
That's a fee.
Yeah.
Once they put the clippers on the hair, that's considered a haircut, regardless.
Crazy.
Flat fee. They hitting the beard. That's a whole nother $12.
That's a whole nother.
I'm like,
yeah. But they're breaking the towel out, the steam, washing the head. Yeah, bro. It's everything.
Hey, look, I lean up so quick, like, oh, yeah, I don't even need that, bro.
I don't even need all that, bro.
I don't even
DB
need
told
all
me a
this.
couple years ago, man. DB was like, listen, man, cut it down yourself and then go get them to line it up.
Yeah.
I complained to DB about cuts out here a couple years ago.
True.
D said, let me tell you, dude, just get you some clippers. Give it to Even Steven.
Yeah.
Everybody line you up, man.
And let them line it up.
Smooth
They say you $100.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Now,
I
bro,
actually-
niggas just taxing.
I actually did my high school senior project on becoming a barber, man. Cause yeah, man. Cause who better to look up to? You know what I'm saying? Cause if anybody knows a barber, barbers dealing cash. You know what I'm saying? A lot of barbers that I've gone to in the past, you know, and when I get a barber, I stick with them 5 to 6 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it was always amazing to me that if anybody needed change, the barbershop, they got change because they pulling out a fat knot.
Yeah, they got changed.
They got changed.
And you know what though?
Days,
as you continue as we continue to talk about it, bro, I think they deserve. I hope the ones in Dallas ain't listening because they deserve they bread. When they therapists, they listen to everything. They giving feedback. They know about sports.
They do.
They know about, I mean, everything. They done heard it all. They shooting the advice your way. I'm like, bro, you probably did deserve this $55 for just this little round.
No cap.
Yeah. Depending on the neighborhood, he might need workman's comp because people got that rah-rah coming in there, man. Casualty of war.
That too.
You know
that too.
That's facts.
That
Quarter
is true,
straight.
man. But yeah, that's a fact, man. Hey, shout out to my barber Keith Mitchell, man. Shout out to my man.
Now.
Shout out to Keith.
He's been in Keith for 7 years.
Keith the OG, man. I'm gonna make sure he watch this episode for sure.
For sure.
Hey, shout out to Keith, bro.
Mitchell, man.
Shout out to
Did
Keith.
Keith cut my hair?
Nah.
Okay.
Keith ain't up there.
All right.
But yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though, when you walk out the barbershop, man, you definitely got a different walk in you, bro. When you like,
do,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? Like leaving that jump, bro. Like you feel like you just about to conquer the world, bro. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
lie,
absolutely.
So, shout out
Hey,
to
you
the
seen
barbers
this?
out there, bro.
You seen the Spice Adams jump when he be walking in?
Yeah.
I'm trying
That's
to
exactly
all
how
the
you
way.
be, bro.
All the way. You
definitely
got to
start
move a
acting
little
different.
slower.
Play your favorite song the whole way home.
Whole way
Man,
home.
you can take a man off the street. There's a guy from Fayetteville. I can't remember his name. White dude though. He goes around and cuts a lot of homeless people.
Yeah.
Man, dude, for free, man. And you should see the way they glow and they look, man, when he gets to get cut, man. You know, you can take a guy that's rugged. You put a fresh line on him. All it takes is an edge up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna bring them out, man. That's just something.
It's the makeup for men.
Exactly. There's something about a man getting a haircut. It just touches your soul, man. You know what I'm saying? Plus the ladies love it. Your woman like it. Your girlfriend like it. Your wife like it. You know what I'm saying?
Which one we
Your
talking
significant other, whoever. They love it. You know what I'm saying?
You said what? You said what's that?
I had to tell Josh to slow down. What we talking about here, man?
I'm just
We
saying.
all married, brother. We all married.
I'm just saying.
He was saying for the listeners, bro.
No word. Everybody
Everybody
ain't married. And you know what? We got to take that perspective. That mind. Well, I mean, granted, this was back in the day. Anyway. We was youngsters at the time. I don't need to go to the barbershop no more, as you can see. So I mean,
Hey, you clean though.
But you know what's
thank
so
you, bro.
funny though?
I just shaved that joint today.
Clean, dog.
It always is wild to me how like dudes that be in a barbershop to get the baldy, like that don't take longer than any other haircut, bro.
Man.
Like when they
Yeah,
go back
bro.
in there to cut
Man.
their hair, bro.
They gotta
That's
put,
what it is, man.
gotta put the aloe, then they got to put the cream.
Because
you
you shouldn't feel a thing. We shouldn't feel a thing. That's why. Like rub your finger across your forehead, bro. That's what we need to feel. That and if it don't feel like that, bro, we not done. I'm not getting up. We not done.
Hey, my man,
So
you got,
therefore,
right there, right
yeah,
there.
and then you rub that joint all the way around, bro. You talking about an even Steven. It's so hard to get your a bald head even, bro.
Hey, DB, you missed spot.
Hey, I know I'm good over here. Trust me.
God, bro.
Yeah, we got all of that. But that's so
Man,
true,
look,
bro. It
is
then
true,
we got,
though.
and that beard lineup got to be spick and span when you bald, bro. It got to be because that's all I got.
Because you can't have like, you got to have one or the other, bro. You can't,
Right.
like,
Absolutely.
just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel you on that, bro. All right,
Absolutely.
fellas, man. We gon' that one in itself, I think, like was an episode for real. But we do have a couple more questions, man. We probably can attack, man. If we don't get through all of them, that's cool. But this one here is like so. We kind of talked about, I think, Zach, you hit on this, man, about like solicited advice and unsolicited advice. So I think this kind of taps into this next question here, too. So were the barbershop OGs wise elders or just older guys with loud opinions?
They were both.
So both? Okay, I can
They
see
were both. Because back in the day, and anybody, my viewers watching this from Goldsboro, that's been to Christ right away, man, he used to get jumping in there. I'm talking about like Treble Jackson, Dre, dude from the military. Like, man, them guys used to get loud in there, man. Sometimes I thought them dudes about to fight as a kid, man. And they were just so passionate about their teams or whatever they were speaking about or political issues that it came from the heart, man. Like they talk junk. You know what I'm saying? To sometimes people got out of the chair. You know what I'm saying? With the cape on. You know what I'm saying? They just talking junk. You know what I'm saying? Whether they playing checkers or just talking about Carolina versus Duke, it don't matter what it is. That's where if you want to learn about something, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be golf, basketball, football, you know what I'm saying? Who's sleeping with who? You find out at the barbershop.
No word.
I ain't gonna lie.
Boy. It all goes down at the barbershop.
For sure. I think it's definitely both sides to me. I think you see a blend of that. I think what's funny to me though is that like now that we in such more like comparative to years of us growing up, I think like essentially we moved into like a tech-based society, and so like trying to stay up with current events now in the barbershop, it be things that I hear people talk about that like somebody like myself, a millennial, like we essentially can differentiate what's false news versus not, what different social media channels to really like tap into or not. But these older brothers can't. Like they see something, they hear something, bro, and like you said, with the passion of which they talk through it, it makes it feel like they're trying to convince you that this shit real. And it's just like a part of me too is just kind of like, bro, in those instances right now, bro, you just being loud, bro. It's not even that ain't even a real, like, it's a rumor essentially, especially when it comes to sports. Like it's a lot of different pages and all these things, fake news going on, such and such getting traded, this, that, and the third. So yeah, I think it's definitely a blend of both, bro. But it depends on like what is being discussed. I feel like it definitely kind of like overshadows the other. It definitely be a lot of loud opinions in there, bro, to where it's like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, come on, bro. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're not gonna argue with them. I mean,
right.
I feel like anytime you're ready to argue with OG, bro, you gotta come ready.
Yeah.
And it's not much space to be out here arguing with an OG at the barbershop, especially when they heavily opinionated and loud.
He got all day.
Nah.
He got all day.
Yeah.
He not.
You might not get your
cut.
cut.
They shut up. Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. Right. Walk out that Joe mad. Mad. But no, I definitely agree, man. I mean, I do think it's definitely some wise elders in there. And then you the second piece of that is like, are they wise elders or are they just loud opinions? Usually the ones that are loud are the ones that ain't really, don't knock me, but the ones that are usually loud are typically the ones that are not like the wise ones you want to go to for counsel. Not me, at least. I think I need to go to the one that got, that's the calmest. And I don't know, it's because that's just how I am. And in certain cases, I'm calm, but I'm trying to let them know like I'm serious with this conversation. Mm-hmm. And the calmer brings more seriousness to me. And even then, I can still see the fluff through some calm. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like those are the ones that you want to be like, you need to go sit with. You mess around. You done got your cut 2 hours ago. You just sitting there just listening,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's crazy too, because a lot of times the ones that are loud, don't get me wrong, like I think like it's different places for that too, but a lot of times the loudest ones in the barbershop, the ones that don't be getting no customers for real,
customers.
Bro. And
that too.
Those
that
are the
too.
ones that be trying to just like pass
draw
by
attention.
time, draw attention, whatever the case may be. So to your point where you were just kind of like, DB, I definitely agree. Like I think it's one of those things where if it's that person, I'm just like, nah, bro, because like that's one of them things to me where I just don't really associate with. I'm a pretty much quiet person myself, and so people who are just like very much loud and don't get me wrong, do your thing, but especially when it comes to a haircut, this ain't what I came here for, bro. Like we can have a conversation, but bro, you two live right now, bro, and it's 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning,
and it's interrupting my haircut, G.
You feel me? Like exactly. So
to get something to drink and eat, man. But like I think like everybody said, man, it's a mixture of both. And before I forget, I want to shout out the great barbers I've had here in Denver. Mike Goodlow out of Hollywood Barbers and X, who was in there, man.
My dog
Boogie,
X.
who
My
went
dog
down
Mike.
to Orlando, who was my barber for 10 years almost, man. And I got a good guy, Julian, out here right now, man. But yeah, it's a combination of both. But I feel like to answer the question, it's depending on where you are in life, right? Mm-hmm. You can learn from either one. You can learn from a wise OG or some loud dude giving advice. But as Derek hit on, man, not every OG is dropping gems.
Right.
As we discussed, man, some of them are just loud and passing off pain and wisdom. Pain as wisdom, rather, right? Mm-hmm. And that could be confusing, but it can be hard to tell the difference, especially when you're young, dude. Like, I grew up in barbershops, and as I grew into a man, I started to outgrow certain people. And when you outgrow certain people, naturally you'll outgrow certain barbershops because there's nothing worse, man, than just sitting in a room full of grown men that's talking with zero substance. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
eventually you start shopping for not just a good barber, but you know, you shopping around for a good vibe. You know, the haircut is what's going to bring you to that environment. It's like if Buddy got a crispy line, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to that spot. But as like I said, you start putting yourself in a space of like, do I feel good or comfortable in this space?
Yeah.
Am I still on this level when I was 14, 15, 16? Now I'm pushing in my mid 30s. Bro, I don't want to be around certain people or certain types of conversations. You got to go where you're relatable.
I miss Hollywood Barber, bro. I miss I miss my dog Mike too. Tell Mike I said was good if you go back in there.
Good Low, man. Mike Goodlow's a good man.
For sure. I love that. Man, shout out to the barbers, man. Shout out to my man Kenny out here too in the Raleigh area, man. You know what I'm saying? Gentleman's choice. Shout out to my man Kenny, bro.
Cut by Ken.
Cut by Ken. I like that. That's tough.
Man, shout out to the barbers, man. I gotta come.
Absolutely.
I called mine today and I said, look, man, my family reunion this weekend, man. I need something around 10 o'clock, like 9:30, 10 o'clock. But I will tell you this, man. And
crisis advisors.
I've had a bunch of barbers, you know, through my course of me getting my hair cut. And I always said, once I start making enough money, I'm gonna get my hair cut every week. And that's my self-care to myself, to get my hair cut every week. Whether it be an edge up, a fade, or whatever it may be, just get in the lineup. But there's something about, and I'm gonna give my barber Keith his flowers while he's here, and I'm gonna make sure that he watched this episode. But if I set an appointment for 5:30 in the morning, Keith Mitchell gonna be there at 5:30 in the morning.
That's tough.
And I value that, and I respect that about Keith, because I mean he's a businessman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's a great man, but he's a businessman, and he's a man of his word. If he said I need a 5 o'clock appointment, he gonna be there at 5 o'clock sharp a.m.
That's a great point, though, man. The barbers are like our first line of defense. If your daddy not a business guy, your barber shows you how you navigate and work with people throughout the world. Like, it's nothing worse than showing up to a scheduled appointment and it's like, hey, I'm running a little behind. Or you get there, the chair is ready for you. Your barber's not rushing you, man. He handling, doing good business, doing good money. Like Josh said, pulling out that big fat wad of money. So you like, damn, I'm not his only client. That's clear as day. He giving everybody change. Right. So I think a shout out to the barbers, man. The first entrepreneurs in our community, man.
That's the one you want to ask too, Josh. Like, that's who I would ask life advice to. Somebody that I can depend on. Like, I don't care the profession, right? A barber being on point at 5 o'clock in the morning, bro. I need to ask him about like life advice, bro. What motivates you to do this? Because you'd be surprised what other spaces in our lives we can carry that shit through and into. I mean, what wakes you up and brings you to work? What brings you to keep coming back on a daily basis? I think that's a very important question to ask anywhere.
And you know, a barber job, like you said, DB, a barber job, man, they wear many hats as well. You know,
absolutely,
a therapist, a father, you know what I'm saying, a brother, an uncle,
male figures.
You know, just an all around good dude. Most of them, you know. I've even had Keith, and shout out to Keith one more time, man. He cut me on a Sunday before church.
God,
we gotta meet Keith. Matter of fact,
bro, for real though.
we gotta meet Keith.
Though.
How many barbers?
Mike check, we got some good men. We got some good female barbers too.
That is true.
Absolutely,
that is true. Like the females,
absolutely. Matter of fact, I got a female barber right now for my kids, my boys. And bro, my son Jonah, Zach, you know Jonah. Jonah's only 3, but to this day, Jonah knows who his barber is. Like by name, he'll tell you all about her. And he looked forward to going to see her every other weekend too. So I mean, big shout out to the female barbers as well.
Hey man, I think we kind of tapped into like this question here, like unintentionally, but like I'll ask it anyway. And if we want to just kind of like, I think this would probably be the last one, boys. And if we want to just, you know, add any additional color to it, but I think this one was like, what kind of masculinity did the barbershop normalize for us? And did it help us or harm us? So I think like some of the things I heard anyways was whether it might be like of just organization or just like being businessmen, and all of these different things. Like, how did it shape or harm you? You know, in regards to,
I would look before Josh go in, because I know he is because I know how Josh is in general.
Save
You
him
ought
for
to put
last.
the hat on,
Bro, that has saved. I think that just in general, how it shaped the beliefs about love and leadership. Again, it goes back to just what we talking about our guy, that Josh's barber, about just being on time, being vigilant, you know, being aware, listening, the loyalty to his customers, and most times you'd be surprised how much these guys actually remember about the conversations that we previously had with them.
facts. That's a fact.
But I think all of that stuff stands out to me. But I'll say too, and this may be in a sense kind of comical, but man, we used to talk about ladies in the barbershop too. And no disrespect to the ladies, but that's a space where you can go and you'll hear elder men and, you know, some of the guys you look up to in the barbershop talking about certain characteristics of ladies, like what to mess with, what not to mess with. They might even talk about features and low key. Yeah. And you know, I know. And look, every barbershop had this moment.
Yeah.
That if somebody came in there either with their mama or with their lady, everybody quiet, and then when that door closed,
single mamas come there to drop off them kids. You know what I'm saying? Them single mamas coming to drop off them kids, and
absolutely,
and don't let them stay.
That's fact.
Don't let them stay for a little. Back in the day.
Whoever the barber is that's cutting them kids' hair, think he got a little bit more closer to whoever that is. But I think, bro, I think it's so comical, but bro. Tell me it's not real, like,
because the barber used to give him discounts, the mama discounts. I know you.
And he look out.
True.
But I think some of that kind of scoped us into a space of saying like, oh snap, that type of woman, or you know, or this type of relationship with females, just in general, for the good or for the bad, right? But I think that that's something that we also learn. That's something that I learned in the barbershop when I was younger.
I think for me, man, the barbers, at least the ones I came up in, always had a range of masculine energy. You had your jokesters, as we know, in the sports guys, the grinders who barely said a word, guys who probably cut the best hair in the barbershop, and anyone in between, right? Yeah. So as a kid, I kind of just watched and decided who I naturally wanted to gravitate towards. That played a role in shaping me who I was, right? But yeah, I mean, some of it did harm me. I definitely soaked up some reckless advice in my teenage years. Derek hit on the woman stuff. You know, you might hear a barber talk about a woman or female in one perspective, and this guy talking about it over here. So I soaked up some reckless advice in my teenage years, especially when it came to women, right? Or emotional control, rather. That said, I learned from it, man. I'm fortunate enough to be able to look back, recognize my missteps, and that's why I can speak on them now, for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I think so. Like, I guess like to kind of piggyback off of that, do y'all feel like y'all's barbers, like, they have some sort like of a similar characteristic or personality style than y'all have? Like, did you unconsciously maybe, like, you know, pick the bar? Because a lot of times it's like 6-7 barbers in there, right? But you gravitated to this one out the bunch, and I'm kind of trying to you know, identify like what might the cause of that to be. Like, is it something of like, not necessarily how they cut hair. Obviously, that's a thing, right? That's what we're there for. But you know what I mean.
Punctuality, man. Like I'm a guy. Okay. I hate to be late to anything. I like to be on time. And like I told you, the very first time that I told Keith, he was like, "What time you want?" I was like, 6 or 5:30. Like 5:30. He was there at 5:30. You know what I'm saying? I will work a night shift, get off at 6 in the morning, drive straight to the barbershop, get my hair cut, then go home, go to sleep.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's tough. So for your sake, it was just pretty much like a similar personality then. Like, your punctual was just like, all right, you portray, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that, to where it's like, yeah, that loyalty definitely is there. That's what's up. I was just curious, man, you know, just like
and be held accountable, because you know a whole lot of bets go on in the barbershop too. You know what I'm saying? This is before FanDuel was even dueling. You know what I'm saying?
No, word. We was dueling in there, yeah.
That was a fact.
You got to honor your bets, because you know what I'm saying? If everybody in there on Saturday, now let me tell you what. I went to a older barbershop in Mount Olive, North Carolina, called Bud Facing Barbershop. You know what I'm saying? This is back when Soul Train used to come on Saturday mornings. Y'all remember about that?
Come on, man.
We used to sell. They used to sell pork rinds in the barbershop.
Come on,
Crackling.
Pig feet.
Get it right.
What?
Crackling.
Well, Facing Barbershop in Mount Olive. But I'm trying to tell you, man, I remember going in the barbershop, man, and watching Soul Train in like 1995, 96, back in the day. Don
God
Cornelius.
damn. How old was you then, bro?
2.
I was like,
Two,
I was like,
3.
I was like 6, 7. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But yeah, man, like man, I actually love to go to the barbershop, man. You know what I'm saying?
All the
Yeah.
Martin series and the sitcoms,
Everything,
bro,
man.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? And then when it's time
Hey, I feel like you also had your.
on the back of your neck, yeah.
Hey, no, I think for me, man, and Zach, you could probably testify to this one in terms of my guy Mike, man, my guy Mike in Denver. To this day, bro, I still will text Mike. Look, bro, whenever we coming out, I need to set an appointment for him and for me and my son to get our customers. We come out there, but I think one of the traits that kind of made me gravitate to him was that he was he the owner of the shop. I didn't really know that, but at the same time, you can kind of tell by how he moved.
Right.
And for me, I just in general, I love people in leadership, but it is not basically the role that they have. It's more so of how they move. And you can kind of see that bro moves so smooth that he cares about his environment. Something like, bro, something about this dude stood out. And 2, just the cuts in general. I mean, I think I don't think I ever had a bad haircut for my dog Mike. And and then the conversations, but just a laid back, chill. Not an older dude, but he definitely had like that old man soul in the sense, but he was just younger at the time too. But all that's what kind of made me gravitate to him, and I'm almost the same way in a sense. Other than the fact that I can't cut hair, I'm almost the exact same way in him in terms of all those other qualities. So I think that's more so what made me gravitate to my dog Mike.
I think for me, man, I've been in barbershops where I will not necessarily have that person that I admire or look to from afar from advice as my barber per se. But as I said early on, man, like you just listen and capture those moments where the barber may be engaging with, whether it be a client or another barber, man. I just think the barbershop has just been a safe haven, man, where you can go and get a multitude of different personalities, a multitude of different forms of advice, man. So yes, I've had great barbers that I can resonate with and relate to and have relatable conversations. But I got to give credit to the guys that's on the side or across from me, man. I mean, I can remember growing up, man. Rest in peace to Joe, man. He was my barber, and a lot of my DMV fellas will remember this, man. Cutting up off of Allentown Road, man. Joe was the midget in there. He was a midget while I was politically correct back then. He was just under 4'10" as a grown man. And Joe was cool, man. Joe was a good barber. He was very knowledgeable about things. But you had Dre, who was the owner, who was down on the end on the front, man. But when Dre spoke, everybody shut up. Everybody listened. He commanded respect, not because he was the owner, because he was just such a wise dude, such a dude that dropped some gems. He was a dude that survives the streets, invested his money in a good way. And you can just see that aura all around him, man. And he changed for the better. So I respected all men of that caliber, man. And in our barbershops, man, you got guys from all walks of life. You got guys that might be in the corporate world. He just got, God bless him with a steady hand. He cut hair on Saturdays. But it was some dudes, that's how they made their bones. That's how they fed their family, man.
Yeah.
So it was good to just soak up game from all of those guys, man, for sure. 100%.
That's dope.
Watch my nerves.
Yeah.
That's the last.
Never play like.
Hey, but this is also a space, man, where the fatherless had fathers, the brotherless had brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the black community, bro. Like the barbershop was so critical. It was such a critical landmark, just a space for us that I honestly, I mean, so much has changed since, at least from what I've noticed from the time then to the time now, that, man, we so closed off now in general. I think, and again, I think it even goes back to the point of a cast like this one, bringing out that transparency and letting it know that it's okay to be transparent. It's okay to kind of share some of that feedback. But all in all, that was something that was a safe haven for us back in the day. Again, I feel like that was so important that especially we didn't have brothers, any cousins, any our fathers not being around, things like that. Granted, it's different now, but that was so critical back then, and that's why I definitely still say big ups to the barbers then and the barbers now that's still holding it down and making that safe space for us as men, black men and all men, to be able to come in and have those types of conversations and being able to vent. Big shout out to all the barbers, man.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the barbers, man. Shout out to the barbers, dog. We got to put an
Absolutely.
effect on that part, man, with some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
some
100%.
noise going off, man.
Let me see if I can find some drums.
Yeah, bro. Barbers really looked out for us
Yeah,
growing
man.
up, man. For
And,
real.
and them jokers, man, yeah, they be standing up for a hot long minute, bro. Them jokers
Yes.
stand up all day.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
why I said they need
Oh,
workers'
hey.
comp, man.
Yeah.
God, no, they be standing up all day,
Slip and
man.
falls, dirty head.
Hey, no, one
Ice?
time Mike told me, he was like, hey, bro, I got my back bent. I'm like, bro, how, bro? But now I see how. It's because they be up all day. So when they go use their bathroom and they come back and don't wash them hands and that finger go across your nose, you be like, hold on, bro. All right, I know the sit down was necessary, but God.
Like,
Bro, your beard, bro.
why is your finger moist coming out of the bathroom, brother? And that don't smell like soap.
Again, big shout out to the
man.
barbers, man.
Yeah, man.
A little bump, touch your lip there, man.
No, word. Hey, shout out to Jackie in Murfreesboro if he's still there.
Jackie and Dre,
Jack,
Big
man.
Dre, Jackie.
Big Dre, man. What's the other one name? Slim?
Yeah.
You gotta have a Slim in the...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
out there.
Everybody got a Slim in there.
Shout out to Murfreesboro, man. Shout out to Jackie.
Yes, sir.
Man, they used to get us right, man.
sir.
Hey, hold on.
They
It's
damn
only
sure
right,
did.
though. Cody Rogers used to cut our hair before, and when he had that money to get up there
Shout out
to them dudes
shout out
off
to
of Main
Kobe,
Street,
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out
Cody
to
pushed
Cody,
me back
shout out
one
to
time.
K,
I let
shout
it
out to
go.
K
I
Watt,
let it go. Shout out to you, too, though.
shout out to K Watt.
Kenny Watts.
Them Chowan Barbers, man. We
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
y'all boys back in the day, man. Getting us right.
Yeah.
Well,
And Darnell,
fellas,
too. Hold on. Darnell Harrigan was cutting mad hair back in the day.
Hey,
my East
look,
Coast
Darnell, brother, I love you to pieces, bro. But that boy used to skin me up so bad
Hey, look, hold the hickey.
and leave skin. Nah, not the hickey, but definitely the lineup. Like, boy, that line used to be it was literally a fresh wound that stood there for about a week.
That man needed a gall
About a-
after that shit.
About a week. And I'm like, bro, if you gonna do one side, you might as well go ahead and hit me on the other side too.
Go ahead and slice
but-
me up over here, man.
but looking like left eye.
Plug her.
Them
Yeah,
blades was
unplug
hot.
that, bro. Let her
Them blades
cool
was
down
hot,
for a little
boy.
bit.
Yeah.
We need to pack a galls.
Blow that motherfucker off
Hey.
or something. God damn.
Hey, look,
That
and let's go ahead and
was
close
man.
out, man. Hey, look, as much as I want to continue the conversation, fellas, I know it's getting a little late, but look, episode 4 is in the books. Definitely want to give a big shout out to all the barbers, the current barbers, the old barbers, and the future barbers. Please continue to shoot for whatever you want to shoot for in terms of getting yourself into a chair or getting your own shop, things like that. You are so necessary to the community, to our community. And to all men in general. So, look, I definitely want to see if I can support and make sure I can push anybody forward into the space that they want to be in. So I want to go from there.
Cool.
Episode 4.
It's in the books, man. Appreciate y'all for
Quattro.
tuning in, man. Let us
Mic
know if
check,
y'all want us
sir.
to talk about anything else, but it's a wrap.
All right, fellas.